Good evening and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll do a question which was tested in April 2024. Yeah, in fact, I'm doing this question on the afternoon after the paper was done in the morning. So I'll read the question and I'll go straight to the question. This was question 21. Applecom Limited is a listed company operating in the telecommunications sector. The following data relates to the company for the past 5 years. We have the statement of profit or loss for the year ended 31st March. We have for 2019 up to 2023. We have the total revenue up to profit after tax. Yeah, the profit after tax and the revenue is for the past 5 years, from 2019 to 2023. And then we also have statement of financial position as at 31st March, which is also for the past 5 years, from 2019 to 2023. We have assets, and assets, we have non-current assets, we have current assets, then we have total assets, then we have capital and reserves, then we have total equity, which they balance with total capital and liabilities. Yeah. So there's also cash flow from operating activities. There's a cash flow. Then we have number of shares. We have market price per share. There we have dividends paid. Yeah, we have key metrics. We have total assets turnover. These are the ratios. We have net profit margin, and they have calculated the ratios for you. Yeah, the ratios are already calculated here. We have return on investment. We have return on equity. We have current ratio, which they have told you that is current assets over current liabilities, and that's correct. We have debt ratio, which is debt to equity. Yeah, they have also given it there. Earnings per share, dividend per share, book value per share. They have given all the key metrics, meaning they have calculated all these ratios from all this information provided. So the required, they're saying prepare a dashboard showing the financial performance and financial position of the organization over the 5-year period ended 31st March 2023. The dashboard should include the following chart side. It doesn't end there. They should include the following chart. So revenue and profit, key expenses, non-current assets, current assets, non-current liabilities, payables and current liabilities, efficiency and liquidity ratios, profitability ratios, debt ratio, investors ratios. So when you do one dashboard, it gives you 2 marks. So when you do a total of 5, 10, yeah, those are actually 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you'll have 20 marks. So this is how you are supposed to tackle this question. So this was a question generally was testing your knowledge on ratios, yeah, ratio analysis, whether you still recall the formula, whether you still recall the profitability ratios, whether you still have a knowledge on the efficiency ratios, whether you still have the knowledge on the liquidity ratio, and even on the investors ratio and the debt ratio. And so this was a question on ratios. So I'll start with the first part. So I'll do a dashboard. So this is what I will do. I'll start with revenue and profit. So you'll allow me to do my workings down here. So I'll start with the revenue profit. And that was A. So I'll just write here A. So that will be A. So I'll start with 2019. So I just say equals to, because this paper I told you it's all about speed and accuracy. So I just copy from 2019 and let me see if I can drag it will copy those other values. Yeah, so it has copied the values up to 2020, 23. So I just borrowed this. Yeah, you borrowed that. Yeah, then this was straightforward. Just come and say equals to. Then you pick the revenue. Where's the revenue? You just come and pick the revenue. So the total revenue is here. Because what they want is a dashboard of revenue and profit. Yeah, that's what I've said. So sorry, I'm supposed to to put it here. Sorry. So I just put it here. Yeah, so the total revenue here will be equals to my total revenue. Yeah, just pick the values the way they are. There's no calculation. So just click that under 2019. And when you drag, you'll have those other values up to 2023. And you can confirm if you are accurate. Yeah, you can see the last value is 310,905 million. So I'll go now to profit. And profit is always profit after tax, the net profit. Yeah, the profit after tax. So I just come here and say equals to, and straight away I just copy the profit after tax. Yeah, because what the examiner was asking is just to compare revenue and profit. Yeah, to compare revenue and profit through a dashboard presentation. So I'll say equals to, you just pick these values the way they are, and you drag this one through. Yeah, so once you have that value, what you do, you just highlight this information, then you go to insert. Yeah, then you go to recommended. You'll have charts there. Charts will already be there, as you can see. Yeah, so you can pick any of this. So I'll pick this. Yeah, I'll pick this. Then you just say okay. Yeah, so once you say okay, just come and include the chart title. So say revenue and profit. Not and profit. So say revenue profit, then you just click outside. Yeah, so that's captured already. So what you'll do, you can just drag this. You drag it down here. Yeah, and by that you are done. You are done with A. Yeah, you are done with A. So this is the dashboard presentation of revenue and profit from 2019 to 2023. You can see the total revenue is depicted by blue, while orange is profit after tax. Yeah, and you can see it clearly. Yeah, so you can do this presentation. So I'll go to part B, and I'll do the same. Come here. Say equals to, I'll pick it's for 2019 because we are told it's for the 5 years. That's what they say. Yeah, for the 5 period ended 31st March. Yeah, so everything will be from 2019 to 2023. So I just drag this once again. And I'll bold it. Yeah, I'll bold that. Then what was key expenses? Yeah, so here now I'll deal with expenses. The key expenses. So this is what I will do. I'll go to the profit and loss. Yeah, profit and loss account. And I'll pick the key expenses there. Yeah, so this is the stream of profit or loss for the year ended. Yeah, so I'll start with the expenses. So I'll start where the expenses are. Yeah, direct costs are not expenses. So I'll start with other expenses. So I just come and say equals to. Sorry, I love to flip so that I can move. So I just come here and I'll say equals to. Then I pick other expenses. Now I'll pick other expenses. Yeah, then I say equals to. Yeah, for 2019, because those are the key expenses. Yeah. So you just have to separate cost and expenses. Yeah. So this to pick that, and maybe I want the values to be positive. So I'll start with a negative sign because that's already in the bracket. It's negative. So I want it to change it to positive. Yeah, you can see now I have 53,590. So I just drag. Yeah, and I'll have the values all through. Then I'll go to the next item. another expense. Sorry. So yeah, I'll go to depreciation and amortization as an expense. Huh? Yeah, so I'll pick it. Just pick the values. Just pick the values the way they are. There's no big deal. So I'll start with the negative sign because I want the values to be positive. And so when I drag, all values will change to positive. So I'll go to the next item. Another expense. Yeah. After depreciation, which was the other expense. There's finance income. No, we have finance cost. That's another expense. So I'll pick it. Just come here and just come to finance cost. Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll just pick it. I'll start with a negative sign. Then I pick the values under finance costs. Yeah, so I'll pick this value here. And I enter. So that when I drag, all values will come automatically. Yeah, so I'll go to the other item. After finance cost, another expense. Yeah, so we also have the income tax expense here. That's also a key expense. So I'll pick it. I think that's the last expense. So I'll just pick the income tax expense. Yeah, and I'll change this to positive, so with a negative sign. Then I'll drag it. Yeah, so once I have that, I'll just highlight the same way and create the dashboard. Yeah, I'll just highlight and create the dashboard. So I'll just highlight this from the year. Then I'll go to insert. Then I'll go to recommended charts. Then I can choose any. Let me now use this. Yeah, let me use this. Let me say, okay. Yeah, so line graph is there. So I'll just say key expenses as the title. Yeah, then you drag it. Yeah, so I'll put it below. There. You can choose from the variety, but there's no big deal. As you can see here, we have other expenses represented by this, finance cost represented by this, depreciation and amortization, another color, income tax expenses, and you can see the rates are here. Yeah, so now I'm done with that. I'll go to part C. Okay, I'll do the same. I'll do the same. So I'll copy the years 2019, and I'll drag this all the way to 2023. Yeah, so part C, what was the number C was non-current assets. Yeah, so this one I'll deal with non-current assets. So I just come in and I'll copy the non-current assets. The non-current assets. So these are the non-current assets. We have property, plant, and equipment all the way to deferred tax asset. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to include in the dashboard. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to include in the dashboard. So what I will do, just start with the property. Yeah, I can as well. What I can I start with the property. Then I just copy the values the way they are. I'll pick this property, abandoned equipment. Then I'll drag it. Then I'll go to the next item. intangible assets. And then I'll pick this. Then I will drag it. Yeah, I'm just copying the values. There's nothing much I'm doing. I'm just copying what is there already. There's no calculations I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, because we are talking about non-current assets. So we have to present all the non-current assets the way they appeared. Then we have right to use assets. Right of use, sorry. So I'll pick that. And I drag. Yeah, you save on time. Yeah, you save on time. Well, this paper is all about speed and accuracy. Speed and accuracy. So I'll also go to the next item, investment property. Sorry. I have to move up, down. Huh? So the investment property, I'll pick this. Then I just drag. Yeah, then the next item will be equals to after the investment property, we'll have investment in associate company. So I'll pick it and also pick the values every investment in associate. So that investment in associates, yeah, you just follow all the items. You have to include all the items under non-current assets. So the examiner was looking for. Pick that. Then the restricted cash, the other item will be contract assets. Deferred tax asset. Sorry. Let me undo that. So I was to pick the contract asset. Contract assets. So I'll pick that. Then the other item, which is the last one, other non-current assets, the deferred tax asset. So I'll also copy the values, the deferred, yeah, this. Yeah, so this is how you are supposed to do this. So once you are done with that, you have copied that, you just highlight everything, then you look for a chart. Yeah. So you just go to insert, then recommended. Recommended, you can choose any, you can see there's so many. So let me pick this and I'll say okay. Yeah, then I have the chart title, it's the non-current assets. Yeah, that's the chart title. So once you're done with that, just drag it down here. Yeah, so you can see the property, plant and equipment, they appear. You can see for 2019, 2020, 2021, different colors, 2022, 2023, all the way. So I said that you can choose any chart when you are doing presentation. You are not restricted to one chart. So, and as you can see how the trend, huh? Yeah, you can see the trend. Yeah, you can see the trend. So I'll go to the next item. After non-current, we now have current assets. I'll do the same for current assets. Just copy the years. So I'll go to current assets, then I just pick them the way they are. Yeah, current assets, we have inventory. Let's start with the inventory. Inventories, so I'll pick for each year, then I copy. So I'll pick this, then I drag. And I'll go to the next item under current assets, which is receivables and prepayment. This one. So I'll also copy it. Yeah, what we have been doing. That, then you drag. So then I'll go to the next item. I'll go to contract assets. That. So I'll pick this and I drag. And then I'll go to the next item under current assets, which is tax recoverable. Under tax recoverable, I'll pick the values the way they are. Tax recoverable. So here we didn't have any value, it was 0. I just drag this and I'll have the other values there. So I'll go to another item, which I hope is the last one under current. Now we have financial assets. And you just copy, yeah, just copy everything when you introduce the charts. And then I drag that. Then you go to the last one, which is the current assets, cash and cash equivalents. And you also copy. Yeah, here you are just to copy. Just copy. Yeah, so after that, I'm done. All items under current assets. So we just go to insert your alert, then you go to insert, then you go to recommended. Then you can choose any. Let me now use this. Let's say okay. And then I give the chart title current assets. Yeah, to just drag it down. Yeah, you drag it there. Yeah, because this is what they need. This is the dashboard presentation that they require. That's what they require. So I'll go to the next item. I'll go to non-current liabilities. We'll go to non-current liabilities. I'll do the same. I'll start from 2019. So it's non-current liabilities. With non-current, huh? Yeah, non-current liabilities. So I'll start with borrowings. Start with borrowings and the non-current. So I'll put this. Then I just drag. Yeah, then you go to the next item. Then we have payables and accrued expenses. Payables and accrued expenses. So I just pick this. I drag. Then we move to the next item. Provisions. Then there is next item. There is the provisions. We have contract liability. This one. Then you just then the other item, it's tedious. It's tedious. You have to move up, down. Yeah, lease liability. And then just select that, lease liability. Yeah, that's all. So I'll just highlight. You highlight this, then once you highlight, just go to insert, then you go to recommended. Then let me just use that. Yeah, there's no big deal in the chart title on the whether you choose a column, yeah, whether you use a line chart, there's no big deal. So here it was the non-current liabilities. So just change the title. So next we'll go to next item will be which one after non-current payables and current liabilities. Yeah, so for this one now I'll take the total current liabilities. Because now I'm going to compare only payable plus the total current liabilities. So this is what I will do. Start with the 2019. Sorry. Let me copy. Yeah, because I said it's all about speed. You can't type everything. So I just copy this and I drag up to 2023. Then I'll start with the payable. Yeah, because I was saying payables and current liabilities. I'll take payables as the payable. Yeah, so here we have payable. We have two. We have two payable. Yeah, so I'll use the payables and accrued expenses this one because we want to compare it. Sorry. So just say equals to payable. Yeah, payable is always a current liability. So I'll pick that. Come here. Yeah, so I'll pick this and drag. Yeah. So I'll compare this with the current liabilities. So I just come here and write current. Where's the current liabilities? Current liabilities. Yeah. So current liabilities, the total of current liabilities will be this 46 to 80. So I just write current liabilities here. Yeah, because here now I'm comparing. Yeah, I'm preparing a dashboard between current liabilities and payable. So just equals to, then I pick the current liabilities, which is provided. Here everything was provided. It's just you to do the workings. So these are current liabilities. So this is the total current liabilities. So I'll just pick that. Then I'll drag. Yeah. So with that, now I'll be able to create, then insert, and recommended. Let me use that. I say okay. So I say okay. Let me give it the chart title. It's payable. And current liabilities. Yeah, so that's all. That's all. Let me undo that. Yeah, it's supposed to be that format. Yeah. Yeah, so with that now you have the payables and current liabilities. Payable and accrued expenses represented by blue, current liabilities orange. Yeah, and you're done with that. You get your 2 marks. So I'll go to the next item. Yeah, it's tedious. Yeah, it's tedious. So I'll have to run up and down. So we have G efficiency and liquidity ratios. So I'll just do the same. It's do the same here. So I love 2019. So I just copy. So I'll do, it is efficiency. Yeah, efficiency and liquidity. Is it efficiency and liquidity? Yeah, and liquidity ratios. Yeah. So they were testing your knowledge, whether you know what is an efficiency or a liquidity ratio. Yeah. So that we are knowledge. They were testing your knowledge on ratio analysis. So the efficiency ratios, the examples that we always have are the inventory turnover ratio. So you check where under the key matrix whether there's inventory turnover ratio. Was there any inventory turnover ratio? Because this is what they have given us. This is what is guiding us. Yeah, because we work with the information already provided. Yeah, yeah. You did have to calculate the ratios because the ratios are already calculated. So what you check is the key metrics what you have been provided with. So you check whether there was inventory turnover ratio. No, there was no inventory turnover ratio. Then the next thing you check whether there's total assets turnover ratio. Yeah. So there's total asset turnover ratio. It's here. So this is the efficiency ratio you are supposed to use in this question. Then you also check whether there was receivable turnover ratio. No, there was no receivable turnover ratio because those are the only three ratios under efficiency ratio. So I'll pick that. Yeah, the total assets turnover ratio as the efficiency. So just come here. Yeah, so they were testing your knowledge. However much they provided everything for you, they were testing your knowledge, whether you know these ratios, whether you still recall. Yeah. And for my classes, I taught these ratios before this paper was done. I taught ratios analysis before this paper was done. So the efficiency ratio here will be the total assets turnover. So I just pick it the way it is, the total asset turnover. Then I'd say equals 2, then you just copy. Yeah, they were just testing your knowledge to know whether, do you know what an efficiency ratio is? Do you know what liquidity? Do you know what a profitability ratio is? So if you know, then you are good to go. So I just pick that. Then I'll compare it with the profitability. Is it profitability or liquidity? I'll compare it with the liquidity, yeah, and liquidity ratio. So which is the liquidity ratio? So the liquidity ratio, yeah, the liquidity ratio, example is the current ratio and also the quick ratio. So you check whether there was current or quick ratio calculated under key metrics. So just come here. Is the current ratio? Yeah, I can see this current ratio. Yeah, so I will pick the current ratio. It is here. Yeah, so I just pick it. Yeah, so just equals 2, then you pick it. Yeah, this was a bit tricky down here. From G to J, it was tricky because you have to know what you are dealing with. Yeah. You can't just work with any value. So I'll go to current ratio. So I'll pick that. Yeah, then I'll pick the values. Yeah, the values are here. They were calculated. Yeah, they were given the values. Yeah, so I won't calculate it again. So once you have that, this now you have the efficiency and the liquidity ratio. Yeah, so just compare these two. So just compare this in a graph on a dashboard. So little recommended charts. So we have, so I think I'll use this. Let me use a different one. Let me use that. Yeah. I can just say okay. So I'll just write the title is the efficiency liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio. Yeah, there you have it. So I'll go to the next item. So I'll start with the 2019. so I will go to the next item, and that's now profitability ratio under H. So H will be profitability ratio. So I'll check the same way. Check which are these profitability ratios which I have to prepare a dashboard for. Yeah, so the profitability ratios, and I go to the key metrics. Yeah, I'll just go to what has been given by the key metrics. So I'll check under the key metrics, and the profitability ratios include the gross profit margin, the net profit margin, the operating profit ratio, the return on investment, the earning per share, the book value per share. Yeah, those are the profitability ratios. So I'll check what is provided under this, the key metrics. So I'll start here, just say equals to, and I'll check whether there was a net profit margin. Yeah, there's net profit margin. It's here. Yeah. So these are profitability. That's profitability. Yeah, that's profitability ratio. So I'll pick it. Yeah, so now that's the beautiful. When you understand the ratios and you know how to classify your ratios, you will swim through this question without any problem. So I'll pick it under the key metrics. I'll just pick this. And I drag for all other years. Then I'll go to the next one. Was there return on investment? Yeah, let me see if there was return in investment. Yeah, you don't calculate anything, just come to the key metrics. Well, already they have calculated everything for you here. So you just check return on investment, it's here. So I just pick it. Yeah, then you pick the values. Then you go to the next item. The next item. Yeah, you check whether there was earning per share. There was earning per share. Yeah, there was earning per share in shillings. Yeah, earning per share, it's here. Yeah, so I'll also include it, and also the book value per share. But mostly the most common profitability ratios, they're always two. Yeah, the return on investment and the net profit margin or the gross profit margin. Yeah, but yeah, as you can see, so in this question, because it was only 2 marks, let me pick net profit margin and return on investment. But I can also include the book value and the earning per share. So let me just include them. That will be conclusive. See how the graph will come out. So we have earning per share. Then I'll also pick the book value. The book value per share. It's also a profitability ratio. Yeah, so by that you just highlight, then you insert. You go to insert. Sorry. Yeah, so I'll go to insert, then I'll go to recommended. Yeah, you can see can see. So I'll pick that and say, okay, so just write profitability ratio. So my title will be profitability ratio. And then I just drag this below that. When you do your presentation this way, then the examiner will not fail to award you your marks accordingly. Because you have done the right thing. You've done the right thing. You've done the right presentation. So I'll go to the next one. It was the debt ratio. So I'll do the same with the debt ratio. Yeah, the same for the 5 years. Yeah, so the debt ratio, we know that the debt ratio, we have debt to asset ratio, debt to equity ratio, or interest coverage ratio. Those are the main ratios. So I just go to the question and check if I have any. And I can see under the debt ratio, I saw something like debt to equity. Debt ratio, this one. So I'll pick it. Yeah, it seems it's only one. Because I don't see the interest coverage ratio or the debt to asset ratio. What I was given. So just pick it, the debt ratio here. So let me drag it. Let me highlight this. Sorry. Let's go to insert, then you go to comment. Yeah, so this is the presentation. So it's debt to equity ratio. Yeah, so I don't even have to include, I didn't even have to do the chart title. So just come and drag it here. So you can see the trend with the way. So the next item will be which I think is the last one. Yeah, it has been a long investors ratio. It has been a long presentation. Yeah, and in an exam, you have to work with the speed. You have to lock, to copy, and do everything so that you move with the speed. So lastly, I'll do the investors ratio. So investors ratio, you always have earning per share, debt to equity, and return on equity. So I'll check. Do I have earning per share? Yeah, I saw it somewhere. Earning per share was somewhere. Yeah, that's the investors ratios. That's an investor ratio. So earning per share, it's this one. So the investors will be more concerned about what earns per share. So I will click the earnings per share. The values are just copy. Yeah, so the next item will be debt to equity. Debt to equity. Our investor will only be interested if the debt to equity ratio is okay, is above the normal. So debt to equity. So that's the debt ratio. Debt to equity, this one. So I'll click that. And that's also an investor's ratio. So I'll pick it. And just drag, just to copy. Then Was there return on equity? We saw return on equity somewhere, and there are only 3. Return on equity. So the return on equity, I'll pick this. Let's see, so I'll just pick it. And I draw. Yeah, so with that now, prepare. I'll summarize now then. These questions, I'll finish by highlighting this, then I go to insert, then I go to recommended. And now let me use this clustered column. So I'll just drop there the investors. Stars. And just drop this below. Yeah, so with this, you are done. This is how you are supposed to tackle this question. This is how you are supposed to tackle this question. And every dashboard, you are given 2 marks. So 2 marks, 2 times 10 will give you 20 marks. And they were testing your knowledge on ratio analysis, whether you still recall what profitability, what investors ratio is, what liquidity ratio is. Yeah, so that's what they were testing. Yeah, so without much ado, if you are watching this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have a target of reaching 1,000 subscribers within a month. And I'm also offering classes for the new semester. So you will get my contact attached to this video. Yeah, my contact is there. You can contact me on WhatsApp, and I'll inform you when our classes will begin. Yeah, so I offer virtual classes, which are always running from Tuesday to Thursday of every week. So welcome to my classes so that you can get more than what I produce on YouTube. Thank you so much, and like this video so that it can reach many people. And have a blessed evening. Thank you.